We've talked about HPA, which scales pods based on CPU and memory, and VPA, which adjusts how much power each pod gets. But what if you want to scale your app based on real-world events, like the number of messages in a queue, the length of a Kafka topic, or how many HTTP requests are waiting? That's where KEDA, Kubernetes Event-Driven Autoscaler, comes in. What is KEDA? KEDA is like a supercharged HPA that listens to external event sources instead of just CPU or memory. It lets your application scale up and down, even to zero, depending on events happening outside Kubernetes. So, if there are 100 messages in a queue, KEDA can spin up pods to process them. When the queue is empty, it scales your pods back down to zero. How it works? KEDA works alongside the regular HPA. Here's the flow. You define a scaled object, which tells KEDA what to monitor. You choose a trigger, like an Azure queue, Kafka topic, RabbitMQ, or even a custom metric. KEDA checks that source at intervals. When the metric crosses your threshold, it creates or updates an HPA behind the scenes to scale your app. Here's a simple example that scales based on message count in RabbitMQ. This means, if there are more than 5 messages in the task queue, KEDA will scale the worker app deployment up. When the queue is empty, it will scale all pods down, even to zero.